this is Cramer, also known as Scrams, and I'm doing my tutorial for exploring alternate planes at Summer Wildfire 2016. So in this class we looked at different ways to use planes than you might typically see with mini hoops. We first looked at having one hoop in wall plane and one hoop in wheel plane. And then looked at the different things we could do with one in wheel and one in wall, and how it can also be done on the other side. And talked about pretty much a lot of the patterns that you would do in a wheel plane you can also do with one in wheel and one in wall, and it creates a little more dimension to your movements. Another thing we talked about was a 3D weave, which we said was a little easier with bigger hoops, even though you can also do it with the smaller hoops. And this is again with one in wheel and one in wall, and you're doing the 3D weave. So one's coming in front of you, and one's coming to the side of you. And it's just slightly different, and if you move your body, you can come into your typical 3D weave. The next thing we looked at was a butterfly, thread the needle butterfly, but with one hoop in a horizontal plane. Whoops. So how that looks is like this, and we talked about how the most important part is right here, where you drop it and bring it around, and then when it's over your head, that extra beat is really just to add to the illusion that you're doing more of a thread the needle, but really the hoop is just dropping that extra beat. So next, in the class we also talked about how smears go through different planes. So we looked at this fun move where you're smearing and then doing a 2-beat weave. So you have your hoops like this, your hoop to the side folds around and smears while your other hoop is doing a 2-beat weave, and then you isolate to the other side, folds behind, smear 2-beat, isolates to the other side, and just another fun way to move through planes. The last thing we looked at were plane breaks, and I showed people one plane break that I like to do, which starts with the hoops in this inner space where you would do a buzzsaw, so on the inside of your arms. So you come into a tap on the inside of your arms, and then you plane break the horizontal plane, and then you continue the buzzsaw in an assembly pattern. I also said how when you're doing that plane break, you can also stop the assembly pattern and come into a crosser pretty easily.